Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Movie Reviews. Today we're actually going to be doing a TV show, and we're going to be doing All the Light We Cannot See. It's just a brief overview would be, it's a show set during World War II. It's about a blind girl in France, and she's actively being hunted by a jeweler who is looking for a jewel that her father left her. Um, that's kind of like a brief, non-spoiler overview. Yeah, so for those of you who are watching, there will be spoilers ahead. So I'm just going to kind of run through my initial thoughts and then kind of go into a rescript and some things that can make this better. So I have a little script over here that I'm going to be reading from. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. It should be a pretty short one because very short show series. So let's jump into it. So first off is I think it would do much better if it was a lot longer. I think it was just way too short. And I think if it was longer, there'd be more opportunity for season 2 as well. This is only a one season, kind of more like almost like a documentary style form rather than like an actual show series style form. So anyway, yeah, I really enjoyed this. I thought it was really good. I'm also a sucker for World War II movies and shows, anything really war storyline. So yeah, it was great. I didn't really have any complaints. There are a few thoughts that I had though. So first of all, I think it'd be better if we kind of start the show off more with chauffeur, chauffeur, I should say. I'm probably going to pronounce his name wrong. And Marie in the first episode or two can bring Marie growing up blind and chauffeur joining the Nazi radio interception party. I think this would give us more background and maybe kind of help us connect with the characters a little bit more at the start. But other than that, I didn't mind the transition with episodes going between the past and present. I thought it was all right, but I feel like you got to either really commit to that or shy away from that a little bit more. And I felt like they kind of had it more in between. Anyway, I would make this earlier in the war instead of the end of the war. And instead of being right away, it can be more France within like the last few years of the war instead of like the very last year within the last few months of the war. And I think this leaves it open opportunity for more seasons. So that's really the only reason. Other than that, it's not really a problem. And I also want to see Schaffer working under Reinhold. Instead of Reinhold being a jewelry finder, he can be the head of the radio interception party instead of that other guy being the head, because I think that would be so much more interesting. I mean, I think that this would give us a little bit more of a personal look at Reinhold and also give us a little bit more of a in depth between like his relationship and Schaffer, which I think would make it so much more interesting. It would also be more interesting if Reinhold tells Surfer to go and investigate a possible radio broadcast, and that's when he meets Marie, and then they meet earlier on. That way they know each other building up to the end. I think that would be really interesting, and that also give us position to kind of set up their love story a little bit better. And then instead of killing her, he befriends her and then like continues to do his job without people knowing that he has befriended her, and so they like can meet in secret. I think that'd be such a more compelling love story than the one they had, which was not compelling whatsoever. It would also be an interesting story if Marie and her father Daniel were Jews, and that's the reason why they were hiding initially before they started the radio broadcasting, instead of having this kind of she inherits it and takes it over thing. I think that's a little more interesting because I just don't find it that realistic that they happen to room with this radio broadcaster. It's not a bad story. I'm not hating on it at all. I just think it'd be a little more realistic if it wasn't necessarily done that way, and instead she was just inspired by this radio as a kid, who Sharfer also listens to. I think that'd be really cool. Then her father went away to join the resistance, and that's when she kind of starts this radio broadcasting in hiding as a Jew. And she can still be hid by the family that does hide her and take her in. Her father is captured and killed by Reinhold, who doesn't give up the location Her father doesn't give up the location of his daughter. That is great. That all can stay the same. That is perfect. And I think it'd be slightly better if, to end it, Sharfer kills Reinhold, but nobody knows it was him. So Sharfer becomes the leader of the radio interception party, and also maybe like joins the French resistance. So like he's playing two roles, and this would leave an awesome opening for season 2. So anyway, those are really my only thoughts. I could have maybe also thrown something like Sharfer maybe gets to go back and meet his sister. I think that'd be a little bit better of a storyline if it was left for season 2. So maybe we see a little bit of her, but don't get a whole lot. But then in season 2, they really bring her back in and kind of keep more, build that up. So that could be potentially a video for another day. But for right now, that is what I have on season 1 of All the Light We Cannot See. Absolutely great in an overview. That's a little bit of a rescript just to kind of clean up some things that were a little bit sloppy. But overall, it was very solid, very enjoyable. Didn't quite make my top of the 10 list, but still very good, and I definitely recommend giving it a try if you haven't watched it. The spoilers were very loose in this video, but they were still there, but you could really see them coming anyway. Anyway, and if you have already seen it, then I hope you enjoyed my analysis and my rescript as well. So thank you guys.